Is this thing on?
I've fallen and I can't get up!
Obviously, this wasn't an actual emergency, and I'm sitting in my chair. But if this had been an actual emergency and I had fallen and I couldn't get up, what would I do? What would I do? Do you want to hear a story? No, seriously. This is my story. My name is Chris Talbot. I was diagnosed with ALS on October 5th, 2015. And my beautiful, lovely wife, wonderful wife, Kathleen, my wonderful wife, on October 5th of 2015, my beautiful wife and I went to a neurology clinic in Tucson, Arizona, where I was diagnosed with ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. We are learning as much as we can about this awful disease, and here's how we're dealing with it. With ALS, your motor neurons start to die, which basically means your brain does not talk to your muscles anymore, and your muscles start to die off, and you start to become paralyzed, and that pretty much continues until usually you're fully paralyzed and you can't even breathe by yourself, and you can choose whether to go on a ventilator or not, and that may prolong your life. They say a lot of people die in 1 to 2 years, and I see 2 to 5 years, and but the fact is everybody's different. There's some people that live a lot longer. Let's see. Anyway, if you want to know more about ALS, you can look online. There's plenty of information out there. I know a lot of people did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenges, but myself included, I really didn't know what ALS was or how terrible of a disease that it was, and how bad it affects people. It actually affects the caregivers worse than the patients, probably, because they end up having to take care of you because you can't do anything for yourself anymore, and I think they actually probably end up at the worst end of the deal. I mean, I'm sure when you're fully paralyzed that's not great, but the toll that it takes on these caregivers seems like that's one of the worst things about this disease. One of the most surprising facts that I heard about ALS or read was that if you were in the United States military, you're twice as likely to get ALS as if you were not in. I was in the Army for a short amount of time, and that could be why I ended up with this. They say they don't know what the military connection is, or do they? Maybe they don't. Nobody knows what really causes ALS. There's no cure. There's hardly any treatments. There's nothing that really does much. You can treat the symptoms. Probably my worst symptoms pain-wise are I get really bad muscle spasms, muscle cramps, like Charlie horses in your calves, crazy, painful, really bad, and not just in my calves, and pretty much everywhere. My stomach, sometimes I get on my neck, definitely my legs are the worst. My arms, not so much my right one anymore. It still fasciculates, which is when it has like muscle twitches. I still get them in my right arm. My right arm is mostly paralyzed. I can barely move it. It's pretty much just like an ornament at this point, just kind of hanging around. Anyway, so because of the amount of people that get ALS, the percentage, I guess, that were in the military, it is a 100% service-connected disease, which I guess is really good for me, because I get it's 100% benefits from the VA, which I can't imagine if I didn't have the VA benefits. My costs already, would have just been crazy, and I'm just at the beginning of this whole disease. So I really feel very sorry for anybody that has ALS and does not have the VA connection, because if you have to pay for all this stuff out of your pocket, I mean, even the drugs themselves are ridiculously priced, at least one of them. Then, all the other stuff that you need. We have home improvements that we need done, a roll-in shower, ramps coming in and out of the house, some other things like that. We'll get into them more later in another video. Power wheelchairs are very expensive. Wheelchair equipped van is another big expense that the VA had a grant for that, covered a lot of the costs of that, the van conversion and the equipment. Anyway, so about a month ago, my wife Kathleen and I decided to do an experiment to see if I fell on the ground, if I could actually get up. And I couldn't. So I called the VA and I called my doctor, and they ordered me the name of the company is LogicMark. It's a Guardian Alert 911 Plus emergency response system. So it's a pendant that you push the button and it calls 911, and you can talk in the pendant to the 911 operator. They have different models. Some that hook to your phone line. This is a like a GSM cell phone system. My hair needs to be cut. GSM cell phone system, so you can take this with you, and it works anywhere there's cell phone signal. We live way out in the boonies, and some of my neighbors don't have cell phone signal at their house, and I talked to the LogicMark company, and they said they have models that hook up. In fact, that used to be all they had. Ones that hook up to your phone line, and then that works. You don't have to have a cell phone signal. but I guess nowadays most people have a cell phone signal, but not everyone. So I'm now going to show you what came in the box for this Guardian Alert system. Thanks. Okay, so here's what came with the Guardian 911 Alert Plus. And it seems like this is a special VA edition. I think there's some extra VA type material inside of here, and a phone number, you know, to call the special VA division. Anyway, I was just reading some of the material here, and it says that this uses the fact that cell phones have to be able to call 911 even if they're not, you know, hooked up to the system. So I guess that's how this thing gets away with not having a monthly fee and still being able to use a cell phone signal, which is a pretty good idea. So this is the little pendant. It's not really that little, but it's, you know, not as big as a cell phone. It's kind of bulky. It uses one AAA battery, and you just hold the blue button down, press and hold, and then it dials 911, and then you talk right to this. It's like a speakerphone. You could only, you know, dial 911, no incoming calls, no outgoing calls. There's a test button. You
power on.
Press it and hold that for a second, and then it gives you a little
Version number
readout.
1. Battery okay.
Says if it has 25% battery, it'll say okay. Lower than that, it'll say recharge soon. Now it's testing for a cell phone.
Service coverage okay. Battery supervision off. Power off.
So it says with battery supervision turned on, that it'll last for 2 months on a charge. And it's less than that. I can't remember what it said. It says to test it every 2 weeks. And you just place the pendant in this little charger, and that's how you charge it. Pretty simple. It doesn't have GPS, so it won't know exactly where you are. So when you make your 911 call, the first thing you should tell them is where you are. They can try and says they can try and triangulate off the cell towers approximately where you are, but your best bet is to tell them your location right away. Let's see. You have to be able to speak and communicate with the 911 operator because they can't call you back. And let's see. Standby time is 2 months on a fully charged pendant with battery supervision turned on, and 6 months if battery supervision is turned off. So you have about an hour of talk time on a fully charged pendant. It's water resistant. It can handle rain and shower, but it's not waterproof, so not recommended to swim. Then it comes with a 1-year limited warranty, and then they have a special vet's number there to call, for me to call. And I think that's about it. Like I said, they have some other, a lot of different models on their website. I'm not sure, you know, about any of them. I don't know how well this one's going to work. I don't want to find out. But if I need to, I have this thing, and gives me a little bit of peace of mind, gives my wife peace of mind when she's not here. And there you go. Hopefully I won't need it. I'm going to try and make more of these videos. If you like them, do me a favor and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. That way I know you like them. I'm going to try and make them funny. It's going to take me a little while to get used to this, but all the people that know me know I'm really funny, and so hopefully that's going to come across on these videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hi, Ramsey. Come here. What are you doing? You want to be in my video? You want to be in the video? Come here. Hi.
Okay. Let's try and walk. No, I'm just taping. Let's see. Taping. I still say taping. Anyway, let's see what's wrong with Chris. This arm is pretty much, that's what it does. Kind of hangs there. I can move my fingers about that much, which can't really do much with that. Hi, Ram. Here's Ramsey. Coming off my head. So, let me see if I can film a better place. That's a problem. This isn't working out.